to Rob's MetalWorks. We are finally getting our feet wet here at the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival final show here in Houston, and I have with me the man Eddie from Suicide Silence. How are you doing, sir?
Good, man. How are you?
It's great to see you. I'm glad we finally have an opportunity to speak with you. A lot of great things happening for the band.
Absolutely.
Before we talk about Suicide Silence, so let's talk about Mayhem. So final show. Are you happy it's ending? Are you sad it's ending?
I mean, it's a little bittersweet. I would say a little bit more on the side of like, yeah, I'm ready to go home. I've been on the road for like 2 months now. So we did a month before we even did Mayhem. And yeah, man, it's about time to rest my feet for a little bit and rest my voice, rest my back and my neck, you know. Not that I'm not happy doing it, and not that I wouldn't love to continue on seeing all these bands and hanging out with all these people, like the people that I see every day, the people in production, the people, you know, the fans that come out to this stuff every day. It's pretty astounding. So, you know, that part always sucks. I don't really like ending that, but you know, Papa needs to lay his head down too, you know.
Well, it seems like you know, over the past few years at the Rockstar Mayhem Festival has really become quite a significant festival in the U.S., maybe the premier festival. Why do you feel doing these kinds of festivals is important for the band?
Well, you know, first of all, there's an aspect behind the scenes that a lot of people don't understand, and this is one of those festivals that really helps a band out because it puts you in the light for people who probably would never ever get to see you. You know, not only behind the scenes, like I was saying, but also to the crowd, because there's a lot of people who, you know, only listen to Avenged Sevenfold and would never listen to, you know, something like Body Count or Cannibal Corpse, or Suicide Silence, but they come out there and they listen and they have such a good time. They enjoy the vibe, they get with it, and it becomes a new thing. A door has opened for these people, and it makes the underground metal scene kind of get seen by the limelight. You know what I mean? The people who like don't pay attention to anything underground, who only come to a Mayhem once a year. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? People save a lot of money to come here. This is an expensive premiere show. It's like, it's got, you know, 15 to 20 of your favorite bands of the, you know, the top of the echelon, I guess you would say, and of the coolest bands at the time, and they're here, you know what I mean? Like, it's also a tour where they're bringing back a lot of bands. There's been a lot of bands on this tour that are kind of like resurging, you know, a fan base and kind of restarting again. You know, bands like Mushroom Head, like Amir's already, but Amir's gonna be a steady ship for a long time. They're a really good band, but like you know, Mushroom Head, you know, El Nino, Body Count is making a reappearance here on this tour. You know what I mean? We're on a comeback on this tour. You know what I mean? It's like, so this is a place where also you can just kind of start fresh. You know what I mean? Kind of like clean the slate, and you know, any mistakes that you've made in your career, you know, you can kind of come here and people are loving and accepting, and they'll give you a genuine ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Suicide Silence. Obviously, you guys have your own significant fan base. The first release with you at the helm, You Can't Stop Me. People go out there and get it if you don't have it. Debuted highest ever on the Billboard charts for the band, selling 15,000 copies in the first week, landing number 16, I think it was, on the Billboard. I mean, that's pretty damn significant. People would say, yeah, you're a big band now.
You know, it's considered top 40, right? Like that's what they call our music, like anything that's pop, I guess you'd say, which is really weird to say because there's no pop aspects to our music. It's all death metal. It's all metal and rock and roll influence. So. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. It kind of is a statement to, you know, the state of record sales and, you know, stuff like that. You know, I mean, it goes to show that it's like you can. I mean, you used to have to sell, you know, 100,000 copies or 200,000 copies first week. You know, if a band sold under 100,000 copies, they weren't really a band that was worth tossing a lot of money to. You know, and you know, supporting from an industry standpoint. But like, you know, fans don't know that. They just like the music or don't like the music, you know? So it's one of those things where, for me, it's just an honor to even have my name in the history books. I don't really care about those numbers. To me, you know, if you buy the record, you're going to like it or you're going to hate it, and I put my heart and soul into it, and that's all I really give a fuck about.
And that's pretty evident because the fans, of course, after the passing of Mitch, you had those shoes to fill. I can just imagine maybe the anxiety and excitement that you had going into such a role. I mean, and now the band is bigger than ever. I mean, how do you feel about that?
It's weird, it's a weird phenomenon that happens. I mean, the band was already bigger before I even joined. Like Mitch's passing, I mean, you just saw his personal Twitter and his personal Instagram, it, I don't know, like, got bigger 5 times, you know what I mean? It ended up, he ended up becoming this, like, status for people, and, he became a bigger hero in his death, which is, to me, it's, I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's a really kind of messed up thing that happens, but I mean, it happened with Michael Jackson. It happened with, pretty much anybody that passes away. People kind of like fall into this state of regret where they're like, oh, I never got to see them because I was always just thinking that I could go see them whenever I wanted, that they were going to be around forever. So it's another bittersweet thing that you have to kind of deal with. But it's easy to when the crowd is so awesome, and you say jump and they go how high, and they sing with me, and they really appreciate the time and effort that I've taken to making sure that the old sound on point. You know what I mean? And that it's really heartwarming. More than anything, I'm honored. Like they come out every day and welcome me with huge open arms, and I appreciate that. And
it's a pretty a great thing to see that you can come into those shoes and be successful. It said to me when I saw that happen, if I was a young musician, that'd be an inspiration to me. My career can start here and go from here and go from here, and that seems that's what happened with Eddie Hermida. Look at you now, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, man. And that's all I ever have aspired to be, is somebody that can cause a source of inspiration for people. You know what I mean? That's all I've ever wanted to do, is create music and create the same kind of art that inspired me to read books and to think critically and to kind of do my own life the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? And be happy in the end. And I am happy. I'm a person that, I mean, with or without this band, as long as I'm on a stage, I'm a very happy person.
And you obviously have your own style. So if someone said to you, Eddie, how does your style differ from Mitch's? What new elements did you bring into the band that maybe weren't there in the past?
He was a little bit more punk rock, and I'm a little bit more classic metal. You know what I mean? Just in our attack. I mean, because at the end of the day, we're both doing something that's we had to create our own styles. Mitch was a more choppy kind of singer. If we want to get technical, he was choppy. He was more attack. He was like, his attack was really, really heavy. And I hold my notes out longer. I create like a creepiness. You know what I mean? I'm coming from a more theatric standpoint. Even though both theatrics are right there. We both had a lot of putting on to do. You know what I mean? We pump ourselves up, and we make sure that you go out and you give the crowd 150% every day. And that's where we don't differ, is we both go out there and give everything we had.
Also, I think what I've really enjoyed about the new era for Suicide Silence is I saw the initial video for the first single, and I was watching the video. I was like, man, this is Tool. And then at the end of the video, you had that little spoofy, funny thing going on. I was like, what the hell just happened? It was hilarious. I broke up laughing. I remember I was texting all my friends, like, wait, check out the end of the video. It's funny. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, the video in itself was so heavy. It's such a, it's kind of like it's the title track on the record. It has, the connotation of it being written by Mitch. So it has that like, really kind of like daunting presence. It's a song that is kind of supposed to make you feel really heavy. The video in itself, it's a scary video. There's snakes and tarantulas, and we're in like a cave that's like closing in on us with spikes and skulls, and it's a room of death basically, and it's all coming in on us, and we're just playing through it, and we're trying to do the best we can, and at the end it gets to the point where it's about to just shred us, and why not break it up? Why not do something that makes people realize that if you can't have a laugh, then you're kind of doing things wrong. That was always one thing that Mitch had in him is, he was a very serious dude on stage. When it came to being in front of the cameras, he was a very serious, he had a job to do, he had a mission. But when he came off camera, he was a very lighthearted guy. He wanted to laugh, he wanted to show you his butt, he wanted to like poop and things and, talk about poop and, it was like he just wanted to joke with you and he wanted to be a kid. And that's one thing that we all have in common, and we were all friends for that reason. So it's just, yeah, we wanted to break it up, man. We wanted to make it a little bit lighter and have a good time and be able to smile, and for everybody to watch the video to just put on a big smile on their face and be like, yeah, you know what, this is a good thing, because it is.
That one will go down, man, for a long, long time. People will be watching that video.
Oh yeah, we hope so. We had the "You Only Live Once" video to top, so we wanted to make sure it was of that caliber, if not better,
You mentioned earlier you want to go home after Mayhem, get some rest.
Yep.
Obviously, with the huge success of You Can't Stop Me, you guys are going to continue to work. So what does the rest of this year hold for you?
I go home right now for a couple of weeks. It's not, when I say rest, I really just need a day or two, honestly. I'm the type of person that I'm ready to go after a day of not singing or, and, we got a couple of weeks off, which is very nice. I'm going to take advantage. But after that, we're going to be hitting the road. Tomorrow, we're announcing who it is, so I'm not going to say right now, but it is getting announced tomorrow. It's going to be a tour throughout the United States, and then we're going to be hitting Europe again, and basically just starting the whole world again, man. Just trying to get out there as much as we can. We want to hit the States on some good support tours, if not headlining as much as we possibly can.
I'd love to see you guys headline.
Yeah, this next one is a headliner, so it's going to be a lot of Suicide Silence time. We're gonna be co-headlining the tour, so the two headlining bands are going to be playing a good hour-long set, so it'll be a good show. There's not a lot of bands on it. It's a very tight package, and you'll have a good time. It's definitely going to come through Texas, so be there or be square. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie, thank you, man. Thank you for giving us all you have for this interview. I wish you much luck and success this coming year.
Thank you, buddy.
Remember, everyone out there, the brand new Suicide Silence CD is called You Can't Stop Me. We're here reporting our hot asses out here at the Mayhem Festival in Houston, Texas. You're going to see more coming up next. Don't go anywhere.